Let them speak. Review patterns 1 to 28. Please repeat or answer. If you need help, turn on the captions or print PDF on the website. Captions only available on YouTube videos on the website. From how long ago did that begin falling apart? Don't you wish they would have fixed it so that you could walk out there? If they asked you to help them fix it, would you be able to help them do it? Is that where you can go to get on a boat? Do you have any idea who it was that took some of that wood? Has it been like this since when you were young? Would you be able to get to the end if you just walked along the sides? Have you seen people walking to the end before? Doesn't it look like it's too dangerous to walk to the end? Wouldn't it be better to wait until the weather starts getting a lot better? Is that how they usually end up dressing when they go out to play the guitar? Which one of them tends to look at the guitar the most while playing? Women must love to watch them playing the guitar while attending their concert. Can you tell which one of them is the better player? If they let you do it, Would you go and play the other guitar you see sitting there? Which song do you wish you could play with them? Do you plan on asking them if it's okay if you could play the guitar with them? Would they be interested in letting you do that if you asked? How long has it been since you last had the chance to go to see a great concert? How much did you have to pay in order to see it? If these guys came back to have a concert again, would you go out to buy tickets right away? Did you hear people say that they would be coming back on the 14th of October to have another concert? Have you got any idea what these women are in the middle of talking about? Did they stop there so that other people couldn't hear them talking? What is it that they usually wind up talking about? They must talk about their children. Do they seem to look serious while they're standing and talking there? Who is it that is talking the most? If you had started getting close to them, would they have stopped talking? Who is it they wind up talking about the most every time they get together? Is that who you're interested in talking about too when you're with your friends? How often do you feel your friends wind up talking about you? Don't you wish you knew what they said about you when you're not there? Would you be shocked if they all began saying bad things about you? They must know you pretty well. Who is it that seems to be enjoying being there the most? Weren't they lucky to get in the front like that? Did they decide to take off their jackets since they felt a bit warm? How long in advance did they have to get there so that they could get to stand there? If they felt like they had to go to the bathroom, how long would it take them to get there? Would they have a hard time getting through the crowd? They must have gone to the bathroom as soon as they got there to see the concert so that they wouldn't have to leave. How long do these concerts usually wind up lasting? Would people let them come back so that they could stand in the same place? That guy must know the answer to the question since he's raising his hand. Can you tell if he came on a date with one of the other women there? Would your parents have been able to stand there for the whole concert if they had gone with you? Would you feel uncomfortable if your parents decided to go to a concert with you? Which concert do you wish you could go to enjoy listening to the most, even though it may be expensive? Would your parents rather listen to rock music, or do they tend to like listening to classical music? All they like listening to is soft music whenever I hear them listening to music. They must be really in love with each other. Is this the first time that you've seen them doing this? Is that what they always look forward to doing in public? Wouldn't they feel a little embarrassed if one of the people there began staring at them? Would they have stopped doing that if a train had stopped there to let people get off the train? Did he ask her to come to meet him there at 11:30 so that they could go home together? Isn't that where they end up meeting before going home? Have you got any idea when it is that the next train will be arriving? Is there enough time to keep doing that for a while? Aren't you used to seeing younger people doing things like this? Have you got any clue how long they've known each other? Have they managed to stay together even though they have had some difficulties living together? If you needed to catch a train there, would you go up and wait next to them? They must have had a lot of problems there. Why is it that they had to put that there? Is the reason they decided to put that there just in case they need it to save a drowning person? Did they paint that line red so that people wouldn't go to the other side? Is that how they let people know that it gets dangerous if they go over to that other side? If you had been there, would you have gone to the other side just to see it? Don't you wish they would have put up a fence there? Shouldn't they have done that in order to keep people from going there? Some people must have died there. What would happen if the rope wasn't long enough when you went to use it? Shouldn't they have used a longer rope with that in case they need to throw it farther? Is that where you've been living? Have you got any idea what city that is? Don't you wish you could live there if you had a lot of money? Now that there is no more space to build, won't the prices of condos end up going up? Wouldn't it be too noisy to live there? If you got to live there, would you still need to have a car to get around? Where is it that you're thinking of buying a condo? Don't you wish you could buy a condo on the top floor? How many bedrooms would you need to have if you had the chance to move there? Would it be worth getting a 3-bedroom condo there, even though it would be really expensive? Would you prefer having a condo by the mountain or the harbor? What is it that he's looking for? Isn't that where he always waits to see the people coming? His friend must be coming over soon to play with him for a while. Did you ask him if he ever goes over to their house so that they can play together? Do his parents always let him go there whenever he feels like going? What is it that the two of them are interested in doing the most together? Would they go out to the park if they were sure it wouldn't be raining? Did you ask him how long his friend is thinking of staying at his place? What is it that he said they did together the last time that they got to play together? Did he say he wishes that his friend would come over to play more often? How many things is she holding in her hands? Has she got to have that many while she's playing with the orchestra? Is she about to hit some of the keys? Isn't that instrument a lot bigger than her? How is it that she manages to carry it around when she gets to go to a concert? Has she got to look at the keys before beginning to hit them? She must be really talented. How long ago did she have those extensions put in her hair? Where is it that she went to have them do that? Would she be able to put them in herself if no one was around? Did she say that a lot of her friends tend to wear extensions to make their hair look better? Did she say that it is worth getting good quality extensions if you decide to put them in your hair? Did she tell you how much she had to pay to have them put in those extensions? Is that how much you pay to get them for your hair? Can you tell whether those are men or women's feet? Would he hurt his feet if he happened to step on those bolts? Shouldn't he be wearing sneakers while doing that? Are people supposed to be walking on railroad tracks like you see him doing? He must be used to doing this. Would he be able to feel a train coming if it was coming close to there? Would you probably hear the train coming before you felt it coming on the tracks? Is he going to keep on walking on the tracks until he starts feeling the train approaching him? Is that what you would be interested in doing if you went out walking with him? He must be going to check the top of the tower. What would be at the top of a tower like you see there? Wouldn't you be afraid you might fall if you had to do that? Did he tell you that he tends to feel afraid only when it starts getting really windy? Did he say that since he's used to doing this, that he doesn't feel that afraid at all? What is it that helps to keep him from falling down while he's in the middle of climbing up? Did he tell you that he almost fell down just once the first time he tried doing it? Did he say that he has been a lot more careful since that happened? Does his mom ever get to see him doing this? Did she tell him not to tell her when he's going to be doing this? Did he tell you that he doesn't let her watch him while he's doing this? Is the reason that he does this job because he's able to make a lot of money? Do those two hairpins help her hair from falling down in the back? How long did she say that it takes her to do her hair like that? Is that how she tends to do her hair most of the time? Would she have to take those hairpins out while sleeping? How long has it been since she last cut her hair? Does her boyfriend ever try to get her to cut her hair a little? Did she tell you that she'd rather let her hair grow long instead of cutting it? All she does is let her hair grow naturally. Are you thinking of letting your hair grow that long? Had you not cut your hair, would it have ever gotten that long? Did you ask her how often she winds up having to shampoo her hair? What is it that she uses to shampoo her hair the most? Is that what you like using? Those must be doors to some church. Wouldn't it have taken a really long time to make an entrance like that? Would you need two people to push those doors open? Wouldn't they be too heavy for just one person to push them open? Does it look like they made the door from wood? Do you wish you had doors like that at your house? Wouldn't that be great? What type of images would you think of putting on that door to your house? Does it appear that they are standing on the carpet? Did he get his feet dirty while playing with the dog outside? Doesn't his wife get upset every time she sees him coming into the house like this? Now that he's decided to come in the house, will he be going to wash his feet? Shouldn't he have done that before he was ready to come into the house? Do you wish your feet looked like your dog's feet? Do people have difficulty washing dogs' feet after they've been walking in the mud? Do dogs usually let you wash them? Isn't it all right if you just leave it as it is? Do you ever get to wash a dog? Do people have a hard time giving their dogs a bath most of the time? How are you able to get the dogs to enjoy it? Isn't it worth just paying another person and have them wash it for you? Have you had an opportunity to read any of the books there? How is it that they chose to put certain books on the table? Is that how you can tell which books are popular? When was the last time that you went to look for books at a bookstore? How can you tell that those books are not in English? What type of books are you generally interested in checking out at a bookstore? Have you ever tried buying a book online instead of going to the store? There is no point going to a bookstore in order to buy a book. Do you ask your friends what they've been reading before you decide to read it? Do you ever tell your friends what you have had fun reading about the most? Would they read it if you told them you had fun reading it? Do you let your friends read your books after you finish reading it? Do some of them usually tell you that they'd rather listen to an audiobook? Have you got any idea what it is that she's in the middle of doing? Is that what she uses to separate yarn before knitting? Is that how people do it after buying the yarn at the store? Doesn't it help to keep the yarn from getting messed up? Doesn't it seem like it would take a long time to do that? Do you have any clue what she's going to be making? What is it that you wish you could knit? Wouldn't you have learned to do it well if your mother was used to knitting things? How old does it look like those kids are? Who is it that's starting to run first? Doesn't it seem that he's cheating a bit? Aren't they going to let that little girl get through? Do you see her trying to get through while pushing the other boy to the side? Is it okay if she begins doing that when the race first begins? Do you hear her telling him to move over so that she can get by? Isn't he trying to keep her from getting ahead of him? Doesn't she look as strong and as fast as him? Do they tend to use their elbows to help them get ahead of the other people? When you were younger, would you have been able to run faster than most kids? They must have just shot a gun to start the race, since that one girl is covering her ears. Didn't that make her jump as soon as she heard it? Is that how she makes the food taste better? What is it that she's been making? Should she have been doing it like that with her hands? How many seconds does she tend to squeeze the food like that? Does she keep doing it until all the water is gone? Wouldn't you have been afraid to eat it if you had seen her doing that with the food? Is that how you handle food when you're making supper? Has she managed to get all of the juices out of it while doing that? Do you have any idea if she'll be using those juices to add to some other food? If you had told her that it looked strange, would she have just laughed at you? Isn't she sure that you don't know how to make food at all? Thank you.